the fact that people have normalized that, being a shiesty ass individual, it just blows my mind. Because when did generosity and caring become whack?
Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel. Touching you.
Hi YouTube, what's up? It's your girl Kariana, back with another for the channel. And as you can see in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about how to cope with heartbreak, how to cope with depression, how to cope with sadness, period, in general, overall. And in today's video, I wanted to make it a little personal and just like share a little bit with you guys so you guys can see and get the feel of what it's like to move on and do better for yourself, and to love becoming a selfish individual and knowing that it's nothing wrong with that. Before we get further into this video, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you guys are keeping up with me, and you know, we can have little pep talks and just be very one-on-one and you know, talk, because sometimes in this world it can get really lonely. And you know, there's always people out there that are willing to interact with you, even though you feel like you're not seen. Just know somebody is seeing you, you know? And that's what I want my channel to be about. You know, I feel alone most of the time, so I will just set my camera up and talk and just express myself. And I know there's people out there that go through the same things that I go through, feel the same way that I do. And that's what I want my channel to be about. You know, jokes, happiness, love, and just building myself and helping you guys build each other and building you guys up as well. So make sure you guys subscribe so we are, you know, just doing what we gotta do when we gotta do it. Also guys, be sure to hit that notification bell so that you guys are aware of when I am posting, because like I said, we're gonna be doing a lot of different things, and this is a 1 of 2 part. Because I want to do another video talking about, you know, how to be in a relationship. And this video is more so for, like, you know, anyone that's dealing with a breakup or dealing with depression, battling it, and just how to get out of that funk and nasty groove of feeling like there's something just hovering over you that's not letting you be your best self. So I'm glad that I got that out of the way. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell. And whether you guys like this video or not, that is totally up to you. I do hope that you guys enjoy this video and get something out of it. So, being that I am still very young and I am still very new to this world and the things that come with it and just my environment overall, I feel like most of the times we fail to realize how to treat other people. You know, I feel like a lot of people lack common decency, common courtesy, and just common sense overall. You know, people do a lot of things to people that they just would feel a type of way if it was getting done to them. And it's like, I feel like when people do certain things, they don't take into consideration, oh, how is this gonna make this person feel? It's never not any of that. And it just goes to show how selfish people can be, which is something that is like, okay, but at what expense are you being selfish? At what, you know, at what pace and what liability are you being selfish, that you're doing it to the extent where it's literally harming people's self-esteem, harming people's way that they maneuver around you? You know, it's a difference between being selfish and loving yourself, in my eyes. You know, some people are just so stingy, grimy, and shiesty in this world, and it's just the fact that people have normalized that, being a shiesty ass individual, it just blows my mind. Because when did generosity and caring become whack? When did that stop being the trend? When did it become something that's like, nah, fuck that? You know, I've always been the type of person that I always want to make everyone around me feel loved, whether it's my partner, my family, my friends. I want everybody to feel special because everybody is special in their own way. And I feel like sometimes I don't get that reciprocity. I feel like sometimes, you know, I'm like the underdog where it's like everything is getting overlooked. And then I tell myself, okay, Kari, are you like feeling this way because this is your own insecurities? Are you feeling like this because you're bugging? And it's like, it's not me, you know. And the fact that I have gotten to that point before where I feel like I'm the issue is an issue. I'm not the issue. I'm not the issue unless you can really sit down with me, tell me that, hey, what you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is not nice. This is that. Nobody has ever came to me and told me that. And if they have, I've heard it. And if I decided to rebuke it and not listen and take it in, it's because I'm being this way because of a way that you've made me feel. I'm never a bitch for no reason. And that's something that I came to realize. And I had to tell myself, Gotti, do not numb down your bitchiness. Because when I end up doing that, I end up getting a lot of bullshit thrown at me. And then it's like, I don't know how to nicely like just be like, oh, please don't do this to me. It's like, bruh, no, like you're wilding, like relax, hold it down and chill the fuck out. Cause I don't know about y'all, but have y'all ever gotten out of character and then someone tried to make you seem like you're the bad guy for defending yourself? Like that shit just blows my motherfucking mind, honestly. And it's just like, bro. And that comes a lot like when I feel like this is a little bit off of the topic of today, but we're gonna get into that. When you feel like you have to accept bullshit so that you don't seem like you're problematic, that is an issue. Never do that. Never adjust the way you speak and defend yourself for the comfortability of somebody else. Okay? And that goes into just being in a relationship. It goes to having a relationship, whether it be sisters, brothers, parents, friends, business partners. Never accept disrespect, because you are literally teaching people how they can treat you. And I've become this person where it's just like, I don't give a fuck what your title is, who you are. I refuse to humble myself for anybody in this world except God. That is the only person that I'll kneel and praise. God. That's it. Okay? I do not idolize nobody but that man upstairs. Okay? So, let's get into how to deal and cope with breakups, depression, sadness, you know, suicidal thoughts, all of that. All of that. I'm gonna move this up a little bit so we could be closer and get more like intimate. So let's do it. All right, guys. So, being a person that I've dealt with 2 people in my life that on a serious note, and to say like this is more so something that I've dealt with simply because I didn't want to be alone. That was for the second person that I ever been with. I didn't want to be alone. And then for the first person, it was all I knew. So, you know, in that first relationship, it was just more so like me accepting all the bullshit that came. And then in the second relationship, it was kind of similar, you know, accepting, and until I just couldn't no more. Because, you know, sometimes people break, and when we break and we just get so vulnerable, people that are taking advantage of us and manipulating us and just using your weakness to their advantage, that once you get out of like that situation and you look back, that shit could really, really, really affect you. It makes you feel like, yo, but why would I allow that to happen for so long? Why would I allow myself to go through something like that for so long? Why would I put myself in that position when I already knew and I already seen the red flags? And it's just something that you will never really know, fathom, or understand. It's something that you just have to accept that you went through. And being that I was always the girlfriend that would just like submit to my man, or just like be like, okay, so you're gonna live this life, but I'm gonna stay solid for you. It was something that was really taking a toll on me, because I'm the type of girl and I'm the type of person, when I'm with you and I'm loyal, I'm very, very, very loyal. I'm like 100% you. You call me, you need me, I'm there. You don't want me doing this, I respect it. I respect you. I respect our relationship. I'm listening. And it was just no reciprocity in either of those, you know? It's like when I would tell these men, hey, this is affecting me, I don't like this, it was like, oh, well, this is who I am, you kind of just have to take it. And then I was like, why the fuck was I compromising myself for people that would not do that shit for me? Like, make it make sense, Cariana. Like, seriously? And once I got out of those relationships, let's talk about when I got out of my first relationship, because that is what led into just dealing with a lot of sadness, a lot of heartbreak. And it's not more about the guys, and that's what people fail to realize. Like, when you break up with someone, it's not about them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's the attachment that I had to you. It's the bond that I had with you. It's the way that when we were together, I felt. That's what it is. And a lot of people make it about, oh, you're stressing about this person, like you could do so much better. Da, 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 da. Yes, there is better in the world. What about the feeling? You get what I'm saying? It's like, can I find somebody that's gonna make me feel this way? And the truth is, yes, you can. And you 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, you can find someone that's gonna make you feel way fucking better. And I swear and I promise this to you. You know, I have not been in a relationship since my last relationship. It's about to be 2 years. And I've literally been so happy meeting different people that even if we speak for 2 months, I still feel good, you know? And I literally learned to not deal with attachment issues, which is what fucked me up with my first breakup. And how the fuck was I gonna get over it? And the truth is that I never got over that breakup going into another one. So that was really, really, really toxic of me. And it was just the fact that I thought that I could just move on after 3 years and being with this person being all I knew, you know? So pretty much going into that relationship, I had gotten out of like a kiddie relationship. It was like I never really took time to just be alone and learn how to be alone and learn how to like love being alone. So boom, got in that relationship, 15 to 17, damn near 18, broke up, went to college, started talking to someone in college. That became my source of like entertainment and not inspiration, entertainment. I don't know what the other word is. Just entertainment in general. And that's like who I would speak to on the daily, text, come over to my dorm, spend time together. After college, I transferred back to the city, came to the city, started talking to a new guy. It was just like I never gave myself a break and a pause to really feel the breakup, you know? And it was something that I did not want to feel either. But honestly, guys, the best way way to get over someone or a relationship that you had is to feel it, process it, you know, and just accept it. You know, a lot of people have a hard time accepting that something is over. Like, stop trying to ignite a dead fire. Just move on in the sense of feeling what you're feeling and not running from it, because that's what a lot of us tend to do. We tend to run from our trauma, from relationships, our sadness, all of that. We convert to these different things. We go out partying, we go out drinking, we go out talking to other people, other men, and that is perfect to do. But just make sure that when you're doing those things, they're not you're not projecting. Because when you go out drinking and you're going through a hard time, 9 times out of 10, what are you gonna do after you're drunk? Cry about it, be sad about it. You know, if you talk to someone else, you're gonna think about the little things that you used to do with the ex or whatever, and you're gonna try to see that person in the new person. You know, and it's little things like that. Just feel it, accept it, go through the motions with that breakup. Dealing with heartbreak, this is important, and this is the biggest one of all. And I know this because this is exactly what I did with my last breakup. And when I tell you guys, this was the easiest but hardest let go and breakup. It was the hardest because it was hard to let go of, but it was the easiest because I accepted the fact that I had to let it go. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. Like, letting go was hard, but no. Accepting that I had to let go was hard, but letting go was easy. And I'm gonna explain that to you now. I knew I had to leave this person. I knew I had to leave this person. I just didn't know how I was gonna leave them. I didn't know why I couldn't leave them. I didn't know what the fuck was holding me in that situation. And literally, guys, it was just being in a closed-in space. And I'm from New York. I just bit. I'm sorry. I'm from New York. So when everything is right there and you just feel like you're closed in and you're stuck and you don't know how the fuck to like get out, it gets hard. It gets tough. So I was like, damn, I know. Hold on, cause boom. Okay. So I was like, damn, I know I cannot be with this nigga. This nigga is not benefiting me in no way. Not emotionally, not mentally, not physically. Like, guys, if I'm gonna insert a picture of how I used to look just so you guys could see. I was literally looking like a motherfucking crackhead, my nigga. I was smoking weed. I wasn't eating, and if I was eating, it wasn't healthy. It was just really, really, really bad. And I wasn't with somebody that inspired me. I wasn't with somebody that motivated me. I was literally with somebody that I was doing better than, and I wasn't even doing that good. So that says a lot. You get what I'm saying? So I was just like, I know this is not working, and I know this is not for me, and I don't even want to be here anymore. But I don't know how to get out. And then you have those times when you're with a partner or a significant other where they try to manipulate you, like, oh, you don't want to be with me. Not even why you don't want to be with me. It's that guilt trip. Oh, you don't want to be with me, like nobody ever stays, so I understand if you don't want to be with me. And just little things like that to manipulate the situation and try to get you to feel bad about leaving them. And it's just like, damn, You get what I'm saying? So I was literally being mind fucked time after time after time after time, because I'm literally that girl. I don't give a fuck if we've been dating for fucking 8 years. Bro, if you want to go respectfully, go. We don't have to be together. I've never been the girl that got broken up with. Like, I literally always do the breaking up. And I let, like, even if it's day 2 and you doing some fuck shit, bro, you could do you. We don't have to talk. We don't have to do nothing. I don't need this. You get what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't need a nigga for nothing. Well, and I won't ever need a nigga for anything. I am well taken care of on my own. And not for nothing, my mom is like my dad. She literally has done and provided for me, spoiled the fuck out of me. You know, I grew up really, really, anything I needed, I got. And anything I wanted from my mother, I got. You get what I'm saying? So I know that I'm the type of girl that I need to be able to get whatever the fuck I want out of you, or we don't need to fucking talk. You get what I'm saying? Because you're going to get, growing up like that, seeing how giving my mom is, I'm the same way. I'm going to give you and nurture to you how I'm supposed to. So if you cannot do that for me, we don't need to be fucking talking. You get what I'm saying? So just being in that situation, it showed me like, okay, I'm stuck. I'm literally, legitimately stuck in this shit, and I don't know how the fuck to get out. Boom. I was in a dark place, so I'm like, okay, I know I need to get out of this relationship, and I don't know how. Called my grandmother, told her, hey, Ma, I know I'm really sad. I know I'm really depressed. Like, I can't eat. I can't think. Every day I just want to, like, not even be here. Every day that I go to sleep, I don't even want to wake up. Like, I was just going through it. So, she had already had plans to take me to DR because she knew how, like, toxic this relationship was. And I was like, at first I was like, oh no, I don't want to go. I don't want to leave him and all of this stuff. And she was like, girl, you need to see that there's more to life than what you're living. She's like, girl, you need to, like, feel a different air, like, environment, and just vibe so you can see that there's more than the life that you're living. Because I was literally living school, work, home, school, work, home, not eating, smoking, and just letting the weed smoke me, to be honest. So it was just like, y'all saw the picture. It was just no. So my grandmother was like, listen, if you listen to me and if you let me help you, by God's grace, you're gonna change. Your life is gonna change. You're gonna get better. But you have to let me help you. And guys, that's very important. When you're dealing with something that is draining you, may it be work, may it be school, may it be your love life, may it be friendships. If you are dealing with something that is physically, mentally, emotionally draining to you, and you need help, talk to somebody. Let them know what's going on. Because when you keep things a secret, first of all, if you're keeping something a secret, you know it's wrong, and you know you should not be doing it. Because I feel like, honestly, I after going through that shit, I was like, yo, if I cannot tell my mother what I'm dealing with, and I feel like I have to hide it from her, that's a problem. Especially if it's with a man, it's a problem. I should not be keeping secrets from my mother because you doing some fried, fucked up shit. That should not be happening at all. You get what I'm saying? So that was a really, really, really big thing. So being that everything was out in the open on what was going on there, she was like, you just have to let me help you. And I let her help me. The first step was, and this is my advice to you, everything does not work the same for everyone, but I'm pretty sure taking a trip and getting away from the person or the situation that is putting you in a negative state of mind a vacation is gonna help with that. I went to DR for 2 months. So I took a vacation, right? During this vacation, I was still in a sad place, still going through these emotions and stuff like that. Guys, when I tell you, I literally legit did not know how to sleep alone. It was just like crazy, because like I literally had to sleep with my grandmother for the first couple of days, couple of weeks, until I finally said, okay, I'm ready to start sleeping alone. So I was in DR, and I was still with the guy. And, you know, I was having a lot of arguments going back and forth with this person, just about the things that I would wear, just about the things that I would do, because I'm going out. And he's like, oh, you're over there for to get better and to mentally check your mental health, this, that, and the third, and all this shit. And I'm just like, bro, please, like, I'm in DR, I'm on vacation, I'm having a good time, and you're upset. Like, it's not my problem you don't have money to book a flight and come over here. Like, I told you I was coming over here so you can get your shit together. Mind you, you're not getting your shit together. That's not my fucking problem. So it was just getting out of here, and I was still in contact, but I wasn't in the same environment. So I didn't feel like I'm being watched. I didn't feel like I'm being monitored. I felt like I was free and liberated from that person at the time. Like, we could speak, but I can still be me. And I compromised myself so much, and that's how I know I was still really broken from the first relationship, because it was just like, I'm allowing somebody so much power over me because I don't want to be alone, and I wasn't enough for this person, so let me become the perfect person for you. It was just something like that. And it was just like, girl, you don't ever have to do that for nobody, ever. I didn't, and I'm telling you, don't do that, because you're gonna end up in a really fucked up situation. When you look yourself in the mirror, you're not even gonna fucking recognize who you are. And that is probably the most heartbreaking thing a person could go through. Literally looking yourself in a mirror, in a camera, and just being like, yo, oh my God, something about me is so different. You know, and it was just crazy, guys, crazy. So getting away from the same environment that the situation or a person is in is key. Leave, move, go. Don't look back until you're ready to come and set those boundaries. Okay? So, number 2, when you leave, do a lot of self-reflection. Like, self-reflection is one of the most hardest things to do, because it's literally sitting down and having to, 1, acknowledge what the fuck you're doing wrong. 2, acknowledge what you're doing right. 3, sit, brainstorm, and digest the way that you have to move forward to correct everything that you're trying to do and become. Because often, you know, it's just like, damn, who do I want to be? Like, am I the person that I want to be, or am I the person that I said I wanted to be 3 years ago, 5 years ago? Because we all, every year, we literally say to each other, okay, where do I plan to be in 5 years? I know I say that. I said that every year in high school. Where do I want to be in 5 years? You know what I'm saying? I always said college. I was at college at that time. So I'm like, okay, at least I'm here. At least I'm in college. I'm doing that good. Now, what kind of person do I want to be? Was I the person that I wanted to be? No, I was not. I was a horrible friend. I was a horrible child, daughter. I was always arguing with my mom. And it was just like, you know, when I sat down and I really reflected and like just notice like, hey, yo, I'm really losing everything. Like, I'm losing everything down to me. You get what I'm saying? And that was having to come and realize, okay, so how am I going to get back from all of this? How? Because it's like, I don't want to be anything with this person, but this person literally just won't like let me go, let me. And it was just like the manipulative shit, because people do manipulative things in this world. They make you feel bad for trying to be better for you, and that is not okay, guys. If you see someone who is telling you, oh, because you got yourself a new pair of shoes or something, oh, you got yourself a new pair of shoes, like, why? You could have done something else with that money. Or you with somebody or around people that be like, you bought this for this, why? You could have just did this. Never. This is number one. And I feel like I'm like all over the place with this, but it's just talk to you guys, because a lot of the times people do shit to you and you don't even realize that they doing some crazy shit. And honestly, you have to be on 10. You have to pay attention. You get what I'm saying? Because people be saying hating shit without saying hating shit. And don't let that go over your head. It may sound like a suggestion. It may sound like a recommendation. And it may sound like some advice. What works for you don't work for me. And what works for me won't always work for you. As I said before, a vacation might not work for you to get over the situation that you was just in, but 9 times out of 10, that should do help, because you're taking yourself out of that environment where you feel the most heat. You get what I'm saying? I would not like advise nobody to do no fucking bullshit. That's one thing. You get what I'm saying? So it was just little manipulative shit like that. So it was like, the person will make you feel bad for going out, having drinks with some friends, having drinks with your man. There's literally friends that get upset because you're spending time with your partner. Why are you upset that I'm spending time with my partner? I'm in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And same with the man. You're upset that I'm spending time with my friends. Those are my friends. It's all about that part right there. That's all about knowing how to balance being a girlfriend and a friend, which is for another conversation, because as I said before, I did become a horrible friend. I became an awful friend. And the crazy part is that I was, even in the first relationship, I was not like that. So it was just, that was the first thing after going through everything that I knew that something was wrong with me. And that was depression, and that was just hating what I was going through, you know? It was just a lot. And I've been through a lot. So, you know, growing up and seeing certain shit, that shit sticks with you, and you actually pick up on some of those toxic characteristics that you've seen in other people growing up. And that doesn't get talked about often enough. Okay? So, yeah. Self-reflection is a big one. And I sat down and I told myself, hey, Kari, like, you literally have lost everybody, and you're stuck with one person that is still making you miserable. What are you really doing? What are you really doing? Like, is it worth it? So, yeah. Little by little, though, after going through everything, it took me time, and it took me a lot of humbling. As I said before, I will not humble myself to nobody but God. But if I am wrong in a situation, that's where the self-reflection comes from, knowing when you're wrong and you fucked up. I fucked up. I allowed a person that I only knew for what? 11 months deteriorate friendships of 5, 6 years. My relationship with my sisters, that's my whole life. You get what I'm saying? Oh, guys, hold on, because my mom is in the back being mad loud.